High creatinine? Eat these 7 low-potassium vegetables to protect your kidneys. If your creatinine is high, you're probably already doing most of the right things, such as drinking more water, watching your salt, cutting back on processed food. Maybe you've even started eating more vegetables, but here's the trap. Not all vegetables are safe when your kidneys are under stress. Some of the so-called healthiest ones can quietly overload your system with potassium. And when your kidneys are already struggling to filter waste, that added load can push them even harder. It's a frustrating truth. You think you're eating clean, but the numbers don't move, or worse, they creep up. That's why this video matters. Because there are vegetables that don't just avoid harm, they actively help. They give your body what it needs without overwhelming your kidneys. And the first one on that list is easy to find, affordable, and often overlooked, and it's cabbage. Half a cup of raw cabbage has only around 60 milligrams of potassium. That's less than 1/6 of what you'd get from the same amount of cooked spinach. But the benefits don't stop at the numbers. Cabbage is rich in vitamin K, vitamin C, and fiber, all of which support the body without putting pressure on your filtration system. It's also incredibly versatile. Raw in a slaw, sautéed with garlic, or steamed on the side, cabbage fits easily into any meal. And unlike many greens, it doesn't shrink into nothing when you cook it, so a little goes a long way. This is the kind of vegetable that works for your kidneys, not against them. And it's the first of 7 that could quietly reshape the way you eat, and maybe even how your next blood test looks. But if cabbage is the quiet helper, the next one is your smart swap for comfort food. It's the one that makes kidney-safe eating feel like you're not giving anything up at all. If cabbage brings crunch and calm, cauliflower brings comfort. And when you're trying to protect your kidneys, comfort food needs a serious upgrade. A half cup of cooked cauliflower has just 88 milligrams of potassium. That's a fraction of what you'd get from potatoes, which often land between 400 and 600 milligrams in the same portion. That difference matters, especially when your kidneys are already under pressure. But this isn't just about numbers, it's about what cauliflower gives you in return. It's high in fiber, packed with vitamin C, and loaded with antioxidants that help reduce inflammation. For kidneys dealing with chronic stress, that support makes a difference. What makes cauliflower stand out is how easily it fits into meals that feel familiar. You can mash it, you can roast it, you can even turn it into a rice substitute. It takes on flavor well and leaves you feeling full without the potassium spike that comes with traditional starches. Still, there are traps to avoid. Don't drown it in cheese sauce. Don't bake it into sodium-heavy frozen meals. The point is to keep it clean, light seasoning, steamed, sautéed, or roasted on its own. That's how you make it work for your kidneys, not just your taste buds. It's a vegetable that doesn't feel like a compromise. You're not cutting back, you're switching smart. And before moving to our third amazing vegetable, I'd love to know where you're watching from and what kidney challenges you're managing right now. If you're working to lower creatinine naturally, subscribe to Kidnease and turn on the bell. And if this helped, type helpful in the comments or improve if it didn't. I'm building this for you. Now, if cauliflower brings warmth and softness, the next vegetable takes us in the opposite direction, something crisp, cooling, and hydrating. A raw snack that refreshes and supports your kidneys without adding strain. Let's get into it. After something warm like cauliflower, your body often craves the opposite, something fresh, clean, and light. That's where cucumber comes in. With just 75 milligrams of potassium per half cup, cucumber gives you crunch without consequence. It's the kind of food you can add freely to meals or enjoy on its own without worrying about hidden kidney strain. What makes cucumber special isn't just its low potassium content, it's the hydration. Cucumber is more than 95% water, which means it helps support kidney function by keeping your body's filtration system running smoothly. When your kidneys are already under pressure, hydration matters more than most people realize. It's also one of the easiest vegetables to use. No cooking required, just wash, slice, and eat. Add it to a salad, pair it with a light dip. Use it as a topping on sandwiches instead of high-sodium pickles. Or drop a few slices into your water bottle for a refreshing twist that works in your favor. But not all cucumber-based foods are helpful. The moment you buy pre-packaged pickles or salad mixes with dressing included, you're usually adding a load of sodium your kidneys don't need. That's the mistake. It's not the cucumber, it's what gets added to it. Keep it raw, keep it clean, and if you want to boost flavor without hurting your numbers, try a sprinkle of lemon juice or a dash of black pepper. Small changes like that protect kidney health without forcing bland food on your plate. Cucumber doesn't demand much attention, but it plays a quiet role in kidney support. It hydrates, fills, and cools without loading your body with what it's already struggling to process. And while cucumber keeps things simple, our next vegetable brings something louder. A flash of color, a pop of sweetness, a bold flavor that gives your meals life without stacking your potassium. Let's talk about red bell peppers. If cucumber brings calm to your meals, red bell peppers bring life. They add color, crunch, and flavor without pushing your potassium over the edge. A half cup of chopped red bell pepper contains around 88 milligrams of potassium. That's low enough to keep your kidneys comfortable, but high enough in nutrients to make it count. You get a solid dose of vitamin A, vitamin C, and a compound called lycopene, known for its antioxidant properties and its role in reducing inflammation. It's rare to find a vegetable this bold that's also this kidney safe. Many people use tomatoes to brighten up their meals, but few realize how much potassium they're actually adding. A half cup of tomato sauce contains around 450 milligrams of potassium. And the tomato paste even contains more. That's a heavy hit when your kidneys are already trying to stay afloat. This is where red bell peppers quietly outperform. They bring the same color and brightness, but without the risk. In fact, they can take the place of tomatoes in many meals without missing a beat. You can slice them raw into salads or sandwiches. You can roast them for a deeper, richer flavor. You can sauté them with onions or beans for a quick, kidney-safe stir-fry. However you use them, red bell peppers adapt. And they do it without hiding sodium or spiking your potassium. These are the kinds of choices that make a difference over time. One meal won't change your numbers overnight, but the right pattern will. If this is helping you already, hit that thumbs up button. It's a small action, but it could be the one thing that helps this video reach someone else who's trying to protect their kidneys. Maybe someone who's struggling in silence and doesn't know where to start. Red bell peppers remind us that eating for kidney health doesn't mean giving up flavor. It means choosing smarter ingredients that still bring joy to the plate. And while peppers offer that satisfying bite, what if you're in the mood for something softer? Something naturally sweet, warm, and easy on the kidneys? That brings us to the next vegetable, one that's often overlooked, but incredibly valuable when it's prepared the right way. Let's talk about cooked carrots. After the bold color and bright snap of red bell peppers, your body sometimes craves something different, a little softer, a little sweeter, but still safe. That's where cooked carrots come in. A half cup of cooked carrots contains about 131 milligrams of potassium. That's still low enough to stay within kidney-safe territory as long as they're prepared the right way. And this is where most people get it wrong because raw carrots are higher in potassium. And sweetened carrots, loaded with things your kidneys don't need. Cooking changes the equation. It lowers potassium density and makes carrots easier for your body to handle. You still get the nutrients, just without overloading your system. What makes carrots powerful isn't just the low potassium, it's the beta-carotene. That's the compound that gives them their deep orange color, and once it's in your body, it turns into vitamin A. That supports your eyes, immune function, and cell health, all without taxing your kidneys. You also get fiber, which supports digestion and slows down sugar absorption. That's a bonus for anyone dealing with blood sugar spikes alongside kidney issues. Preparation is everything. Boil them in clean water, steam them gently, or blend them into a soup. Carrots hold up well in soft dishes, and they don't need much to taste good. A sprinkle of herbs or a touch of garlic is often enough. What you want to avoid is turning them into a dessert. Skip honey glazes, maple syrup, or buttery sauces. Those extras may seem small, but they introduce sugar, fat, and salt, the exact things a kidney-focused diet needs to limit. What starts as a good choice can quietly turn into a setback. Keep it clean, keep it simple. That's the entire point of this list. You're not just managing potassium, you're building meals your kidneys can live with. Cooked carrots are easy to find, easy to prep, and easy to eat. They belong in your weekly routine, not because they're fancy, but because they're reliable. And once you've had something soft and sweet, the natural move is to bring back some structure. A vegetable that feels substantial on the plate, but still keeps your numbers under control. That's where green beans come in, clean, firm, and easy on the kidneys. After something soft and gently sweet like carrots, your body naturally looks for balance. A vegetable that brings structure, fiber, and a bit more bite. That's exactly what green beans deliver. A half cup of cooked green beans contains around 113 milligrams of potassium. That keeps it within the kidney-safe range while still offering solid nutritional value. What makes green beans stand out isn't flash or trend, it's reliability. They're low in potassium, high in fiber, and incredibly adaptable in the kitchen. Whether you choose fresh or frozen, they fit into almost any meal without raising your numbers. But like many vegetables, how you prepare them makes the difference between a smart choice and a hidden setback. The most common mistake is grabbing pre-seasoned frozen green beans or canned versions packed with sodium. These may look healthy on the label, but inside they're often loaded with salt or cooked in meat-based broth, especially bacon fat. That's the kind of detail that can quietly work against everything else you're doing right. Instead, keep it simple. Steam them with just a touch of olive oil, saute them with garlic and herbs, or toss them with a little lemon juice to brighten the flavor without adding anything your kidneys have to filter out. Green beans also hold their texture well, which makes them great as a foundation in bowls, salads, or warm sides. They give you something to chew on, literally and nutritionally, and that helps you stay satisfied without reaching for heavier, riskier foods. They're not loud, they're not trendy, but they work. And in a kidney-focused diet, that's exactly what matters. If you're someone who appreciates clarity, not just tips but real usable steps, I've put together something for you. It's a simple guide with foods safe to eat when you're trying to lower creatinine. You can find it pinned in the top comment. Free, clean, and straight to the point, just like this video. If it helps even one person take the next step, it's worth it. Green beans prove that good kidney meals don't have to be complicated, they just have to be clean and consistent. But sometimes even a clean meal needs a little more depth, a base layer of flavor that ties everything together, and that's where our next vegetable shines. Let's talk about onions. Green beans hold the plate together, but they don't carry the flavor. That role belongs to something deeper, something that brings aroma, richness, and warmth without the hidden costs. That's where onions step in. A half cup of chopped onions contains just around 102 milligrams of potassium. That's low enough to stay well within safe boundaries, even for someone managing high creatinine. But the value of onions isn't just in what they lack, it's in what they offer. Onions bring flavor, real flavor. They replace the need for salty sauces, heavy marinades, and processed seasonings that often work against kidney health. A slow-cooked onion can turn a simple meal into something that smells and tastes like comfort. Sautéed onions form the base of countless healthy meals. You can caramelize them slowly until they're sweet and golden. You can roast them alongside other low-potassium vegetables for deeper flavor. You can add them to soups, stews, stir-fries. They go everywhere, and they make everything else taste better. That's the quiet power of onions. They don't just sit on the plate. They lift the whole meal. The sulfur compounds in onions also offer anti-inflammatory benefits. That means while your taste buds enjoy the boost, your kidneys aren't under added pressure. Every bite stays clean. But there's something else happening here. By now, you're not just picking better vegetables, you're learning to build flavor without relying on shortcuts. You're thinking in terms of kidney support, not just restriction. That's a mindset shift most people never make, and it's where real change begins. When your meals start tasting good and doing good, the plan becomes sustainable. And that's what this list is all about. By now, you've seen how each of these vegetables plays its part, how they layer together, not just in flavor, but in function. But let's step back for a moment and connect the bigger picture. These 7 weren't picked at random. They all share a clear pattern, a nutritional blueprint that supports kidney health without adding strain. First, they're low in potassium. Each sits comfortably under the danger line, giving your kidneys less work to do after every meal. That alone puts them ahead of many commonly eaten foods. But potassium isn't the only piece. They're also rich in fiber. That helps keep your digestive system moving, which, in turn, helps remove waste from the body more efficiently, giving your kidneys one less job to handle. High-fiber meals have also been shown to reduce inflammation markers, which matters more than most people realize when managing chronic kidney concerns. Next, they're easy to prepare cleanly. No sauces needed, no processed coatings, no mystery ingredients from a frozen pack. Just simple, honest cooking, steamed, roasted, sautéed, or raw. Meals like these reduce sodium, limit chemical load, and help you stay consistent day to day. And finally, most of them bring anti-inflammatory support, from the sulfur compounds in onions to the beta-carotene in carrots and vitamin C in bell peppers. These aren't just neutral vegetables, they're active allies. They do more than avoid harm, they help. But what makes this list even more important is what it leaves out. Because there are foods people often assume are healthy, and for many people they are. But with high creatinine or early kidney concerns, those same foods can quietly push you in the wrong direction. Take spinach. It's packed with nutrients, no doubt, but also with potassium. Just 1 cup cooked gives you over 800 milligrams. That's more than 6 times what a half cup of cabbage delivers. Or tomatoes, raw, they're borderline safe. But tomato paste, tomato sauces, and canned soups are potassium landmines. And potatoes, especially when baked with the skin or served as fries, they send potassium numbers through the roof. That's what makes this list powerful. It clears the fog. It helps you navigate the line between healthy in general and healthy for your kidneys. And once you see the pattern, low potassium, high fiber, clean preparation, and anti-inflammatory impact, you'll know how to build your meals from here. Even if you rotate in other vegetables later, you'll be making those choices on purpose, not guesswork. That's how real change begins, not with cutting everything out, but by choosing foods that support the outcome you want. Now, let's pull it all together and leave you with a clear, steady path forward. You've just seen the full lineup, 7 vegetables that don't just avoid harm, they actively support your kidneys. You now know what to eat when the stakes are high and the guidance out there is blurry. But here's the part no one says out loud. Kidneys don't recover from quick fixes. They don't bounce back because of one great meal or one skipped mistake. They respond to signals, consistent, steady, intentional signals. Every time you choose one of these vegetables, you send a message, not just to your body, but to yourself. You're saying, I'm done guessing, I'm done hoping, I'm ready to eat like someone who protects their kidneys on purpose. And no, this isn't about being perfect. You don't need to overhaul your diet overnight. You don't need to throw out everything in your fridge. What you need is a rhythm. A pattern of smart choices that slowly, steadily create a safer environment for your kidneys to function. Cauliflower instead of potatoes, cabbage instead of spinach, red bell peppers instead of tomato paste. These aren't sacrifices, they're upgrades, ones your kidneys can actually handle. Now you have a foundation, a toolkit of clean, low-potassium vegetables you can build real meals around. Not side dishes, not garnish, real food, real nutrition, and real protection. And when you rotate these through your week, cucumbers in your water, onions in your stir-fry, carrots steamed with herbs, you're not just managing numbers, you're building trust with your own body again. Because for people with high creatinine, that's often the hardest part, not just knowing what to do, but believing your choices matter, that they'll actually make a difference, and I'm here to tell you, they do. The kidneys may be quiet, but they're always listening. So speak to them with your habits, feed them what they can handle, let your food say, I've got you. And if this helped you, if even one section gave you clarity or confidence, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone walking the same path, post it, pin it. Let's grow Kidnease into the kidney-safe space people can actually count on. Not fear-based, not extreme, just honest, steady help, meal by meal, choice by choice. You're not just trying foods now, you're building a lifestyle, one that says, I protect what keeps me alive, and that's where real kidney support begins.